Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Welcome to RoundTableRejects. I believe this is our 4th episode. Today we're going to be introducing dreams and nightmares and what that encompasses. Again, I'm followed with Kurt DeSaint. Kurt, always a pleasure to have you. And then we also have Chase LSDZ as his artist name. We can get into that later. Yeah, it's going good. So how's everyone doing today?
Howdy. How's it going,
LSDZ.
y'all?
How's your guys'... Yeah.
¿Qué pasó?
Okay.
¿Qué pasó?
It's going good, bro.
I'm doing pretty good.
I'm chilling, man. It's been a decent day, bro.
Yeah, it has, for sure. Weather's definitely been nice up here.
Bro, over here, not so much. It's been like the same, bro, and I can't even get the sun out, really.
Alright, so since we're talking about dreams and nightmares, so what are some of your guys' dreams and aspiration?
Chase, you want to start that off? LSDZ?
Shit, yeah, for sure. You know, I mean, dreams are a big deal. I mean, one of my main things is just helping my family out, dude. The more I talk to, like, my own mother, like, she's like, bro, I wanted to build a garage out of this fucking carport, but now it's, like, all corroded and whatnot. And, like, man, like simple things like that, you know? Like, I want to help a lot of people. My family down in El Salvador, bro, they've got a lot of people that they need to put into housing. They need more money, you know, this and that. Like, big things. My dream is that I'm going to be able to tie that into, you know, helping more people in this world. Like,
Yeah.
big deal, you know. Like, main thing is family, obviously. I'm a big family-oriented person, so. I know you guys.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Feel for
I
that.
was just letting you kind of just say what you want to say right now. Kurt, do you have anything that you want to say for your dreams and aspirations?
Bro, honestly, I take too much on my shoulders. I try to take the world on my shoulders when I really shouldn't be, but like honestly, I try to take the world on my shoulders. Like my dreams and aspirations are for like the next little guy, the next guy that doesn't have anything for him to be able to have the opportunities that I never had, that he could see a clear path to his future and he could get there. He doesn't need all the things that everyone says he should have, whether that be money, whether that be just resources in general, that he doesn't have to worry about that he can have that clear path, that way up. And until that happens for the little guy, I can't rest, man. Like, my dreams will keep growing until I could get to the point to where I could help him out, because I know how it is to be that guy, to be the one that doesn't have the resources, doesn't have the money to get to where he wants to be, but he wants to be there so bad. So that's pretty much my dreams, my goals.
Okay, that's definitely some good goals from both of you guys. If I was to try to incorporate some of my goals and aspirations, I would just say I want humanity to think more abstract, but also, you know, really look deep into it as well. Don't just like look over the surfaces of it, but really look into the topics that shapes humanity, that makes us what we are, and kind of putting enlightenment to free thinking and having these honest, open discourses, not even to argue, not to disagree, but just to learn. That's what the base is. If disagreements happen in the process of learning, which it is bound to happen, that there's better ways to come out of it other than nobody's right but me mentality, with also victim mentalities of, oh, that hurt my feelings. I think we just need to, as a society, we need to pursue our intellectual goals a little harder, I'd say. So that's what
Well, speaking...
Yeah. I mean, that's a good dream, like, for us to be, like, on a connected mindset, you know,
that's
kind of
what
thing.
I was leading to and alluding to, is just, I just
It's
want
really
people,
all about unity.
Yep. At the end of the day. That's right.
Because it's so many times you get to the point to where they divide off, and that's always when the fall begins, is when they're divided, that's when they try to get you. Is
That's
when
when
you're
people
divided.
die.
That's when you're the weakest.
Yep.
That's when people die. Exactly. That is when people die. Is when they are divided. When they're together, there's so much strength and unity. Like even in war, I know you know a lot about the war aspect of
Yeah,
it.
for sure.
Even in war, as soon as they start losing that courage to fight together, they start crumbling, bro. Like you hear about the Ark of the Covenant. In the Ark of the Covenant, they used to just bring the Ark of the Covenant with them to every
Yeah, okay,
battle,
yep.
and they would win. They would win their battles just by bringing the Ark of the Covenant because they had that united source to fight
It
for.
was definitely. I do know exactly what you're talking about. There's a famous biblical story of them marching around a walled city. I don't remember the city, but they were playing these trumpets. That's what they were commanded to do, and the walls crumbled. So I think that it is the morale sees that, but there was probably militarily wise sappers or something underneath digging under the walls to make them crumble. The drums was a distraction of like, look at these crazy dudes not knowing what they're doing. But it's also like a wonder. It's a wondrous sign when the walls just fall down to the drumming of song and then people charge in. So
War drums played a pretty big part, bro. Like, oh my gosh, the music, bro. You ever heard of the hockey? Like the thing that the Hawaiians do where they're like snapping, bro.
uh-huh.
No, dude.
Bro, just that.
Bro, yeah, like think of like ancient Mayans and like Native Americans, bro. Like they were on that shit for a reason, bro. Like it all
Right.
reflects, bro.
It brings a
reflects.
sense of strength, bro.
I mean, yeah, no, I mean, of course they were on some dumb shit because they
But
were
I think
early
that was
times,
everyone.
you know, and they
I
don't
think
have
that
the
was
knowledge that
everyone,
we
though.
collectively
I don't think
have.
that's fair to be like,
Yeah, of course.
A Mayan was crazier than a European.
Facts.
Because European were believing in witches and being like, oh, this woman picked from the grass in a different way and it did something differently. She must burn. Oh, you are left-handed. Because you are left-handed, that is a sign you are of the devil. You must change your hand or it will be removed for you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Bro,
Like,
they
people were
call
crazy.
witches for everything.
Dude, see, yeah, that's fucked up, man.
So,
like,
I'm just
yeah.
saying, well,
Because they were scared, bro. They were scared. They needed to have some sort of power some way, bro.
People from all cultures tend to have great things that they've done, but they also tend to have the aspects that people are like, man, that part wasn't so good. So I think that's where I talk about the dreams and aspirations as being important to recognize our failures, but also be like the engineering. Like if you have Persian blood in you, right? Persians had great engineering. So if you knew the history of the engineering, I would find, if I was a Persian, and I'm not, so I can't speak for Persian people, but I would almost be awed by that. I also love history, so I'm kind of slighted towards my history balance, but I would love the engineering and be like, how can we show them we make the greatest engineering of today? Like, that's like the mindset, I guess, how my mind works, and how I kind of wish other people saw is like, how can we show people we're the best by doing the things that really help the most people?
Right. I could understand that 100%. But like I feel like it all leads back to sacrifice, like the things that they are willing to sacrifice in the time period to get to where they want to go, to get to their dreams. But that kind of leads me to say to our next topic, do humans always have dreams? Do you feel like everyone has a dream? Trent, do you feel like everyone has a dream?
I would say definitely everybody has a dream. Well, science proves that, which is crazy. We just don't remember them, honestly. And I think that's unfortunate. And I'm a big believer that if we were able to tap into our dreamscape more, there would be, because we're sleeping probably 1/3 of our life. So 33% of our life is in the unconscious. So if we can turn our unconscious to the conscious, that could be very powerful, and that is living, you would imagine living longer, because that's 33% of your life you're not there for, but if you can be rested, your body gets to heal, but your mind still gets to be present and learn. So yeah, I believe everyone dreams. I don't know what those dreams mean exactly for every single person, but I do believe everybody dreams.
Do either of y'all feel like society would be different if like we could remember all of our dreams? Like every single one. Do you think that society would be different if we could remember all of our dreams?
I mean, I don't know. Dreams come from different perspectives always. I mean, that's why we're human. I mean, I guess that maybe would lead us down a path that we would want to go down. I don't know. Dreams
But,
are
like,
interesting.
Even
You
like,
mean like
even the silly dreams, the ones where you're riding a football on the top of a forest?
fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. You count those because dude, those are your happy days. Like you're not thinking about nothing but yourself
like-
and like how
but
you're
how
doing
do you
and
take
things are
flying on a
hopefully doing
football? How
good.
does that work? You're falling, but then you're flying
But
on a
like
football.
some people are so good at interpreting dreams. Some people are like stupid good about interpreting dreams. They like see a rabbit and they're like, "Oh, that means that you're gonna have like 5 children." Like some people are so good at that, bro.
Yeah.
I guess I still
Yeah.
have my questions.
That's
Kurt,
an
I'm a
interesting
natural
one.
skeptic. I really only believe in what I learn. I have a very much stoic philosophy in some things. I don't research everyone to the max. I don't idolize anyone. There's nothing I don't believe I should idolize anything in this world. I'm a big believer on that, but I believe that you can definitely take inspiration and influence, and reading things is never a bad thing, but just people spend too much time and then they invest all their time into things, and then when they invest their time into things, they naturally become associated to the things they've invested time into. So again, you got to be careful what you're investing your time into, because it will create, I believe, those psychological things that you might have to even face in your dreams. Maybe it's not even a real thing.
Right.
But
I
because
have dreams about work. I have dreams about work like all the time, and
I hear
just because
about
I'm
that a
working
lot.
there, I now have dreams about like, yeah, bro, like can you imagine working a 8-hour shift and then going to sleep and working an 8-hour shift? Like it's honestly, yeah, bro, it honestly sucks. It's like, bro, why can't I get actual rest? Like, why am I working out? And then you actually stress out about your job at work, like in your sleep. You actually stress out about it. You're like, bro, I forgot I serve. So I'm like, I forgot that order, bro.
Yeah, I
But-
can see how that can be stressful.
It's almost like the society was
So
created
Google,
to do
but
that
Google
shit, though.
says pretty much about when I asked, do all humans have dreams? It says the brain is active all night long. The brain activity in the forebrain and in the midbrain in particular are intense during the rapid eye movements, or people would say like your REM sleep,
Right.
which is when we dream. You dream. Your dreams happen while you're in REM sleep. During a typical lifetime, people spend an average of 6 years dreaming. So 6 years of your life you're dreaming, and we don't, and half of them we don't even remember. More than half.
And how much of that do we actually sleep? How much of our lives do we sleep? And how much of it is like dreaming? Real quick. Do you know that?
I have no idea. You could probably look that up, but like it says 6 years you're dreaming, but like I know that you don't really remember as much as your dreams. You don't really remember like all of your dreams. I think you have like an average of 5. Don't quote me on it, but like I think you have an average of 5 to 7 dreams, and you can only remember like 1 or 2.
25. Yeah.
So you spend a third of your life sleeping. So then you can ask.
And then 6 of those years are dreams that you talk about.
6 of those years you're
that
dreaming.
you go through in your daily life. Bro, so why not make those good dreams, bro? Like, why
So
does our
you dream-
brain always
so you dream
subconsciously
around 2 hours
make
per
us go
night.
through random events like the football flying around thrown by Tom Brady to wide receiver fucking Ocho Cinco Chad Johnson?
So you're spending
Sorry.
1/3.
Random dreams, bro.
1/3 of the time you're asleep, and 25% of that 1/3 of the time, which is probably where the 6 comes in, that is where you're actually in your REM cycle. But it's also about 2 hours per night they're estimating. So you're getting 2 hours
Right.
a night of REM cycle sleep. and in your 7 to 9 cycle if you're working a normal sleep cycle, but most don't, so it's still like you're getting an hour, let's say, every night, every time you go to sleep, you're in a REM cycle. Unless it's like a quick 30-minute power nap, you don't. That's more of a body healing thing.
Right. So, Chase, may I ask you, just because you're dreaming, does that mean that that's like a good night's sleep? That's a good night rest?
No, you can start to go to REM sleep like pretty damn quick. Or no, I can't remember what the research was about it, but if you play around with different sleep cycles, some people have said that they can sleep for only 30 minutes before they get into REM sleep, and then wake up and have like a few hours in the day, take a 30-minute cat nap, have a few hours in the day. I can't remember who it was. Hold on. It literally, dude, I just watch YouTube videos, like video essays about the random stuff, and like it'll pop in and out like this. But I don't know exactly how that affects the brain on a human, because I mean I don't know how powerful dreams really are, because sometimes, dude, I remember fucking doing a all-nighter for the first time like as a kid. Like fucking I took a 30-minute nap, woke up, my dad picked me up from my friend's house and was like, hey, you want to get some Coke from the gas station? I'm like, fuck yeah. So I drank some soda and I was up for the rest of the day playing PlayStation with him. Like it's a weird concept, but like dreams are important, I feel like. So like I don't want to be one of those guys. It seems like a robot. I want to see again who it was.
So,
well, I take pardon me.
Go ahead.
I take naps. Like, I'm a big napper. Like, I love taking naps. That might be I don't know whether that's a good or a bad thing, but I just love taking naps. But if I find it, like, if I have something to do and I take a nap over 30 minutes, like, oh my gosh, I wake up so exhausted. Like, I wake up even more tired than I did when I went to sleep. But like if I do less than 30 minutes, I'm chilling. Like, I'm good to go. But like as soon as it hits that over 30-minute mark, that's when I'm like super exhausted, even though I went to sleep.
So it was, hold on real quick, it was Nikola Tesla who he had like a different sleep cycle. So he had a different sleep cycle, and
Nikola Tesla.
He would, one of the most famous inventors on our planet. He slept only a couple hours of night and compensated for his lack of sleep with power naps. So that couple hours of night were power naps throughout the day. And I'm trying to read thing, and it's not telling me exactly how many hours he slept in between, or he would stay up. Yeah, he did 20-minute power naps, and he just divided 24. I mean, sir, I'm gonna miss work, whatever it is, bro, because I gotta get ready, gotta do all this stuff. Nikola Tesla was on something, bro. He was made wireless technology before anybody really knew what that was. No, but so basically, with what Nikola Tesla was doing, bro, I mean, we were saying that like dreams are important. So what earlier we were talking with whenever Trent and Christephanie were talking, they were talking about how either dreams, like just like daydreaming, whatever, is it different from actually dreaming, like in your day-to-day, like when you're sleeping. And now, dude, I was on the side of they are different, but of course now I see that they seem different, but on the same side of the coin. And the reason I say that is like, dude, daydreaming throughout the day is just you looking at your life goals, and that's why I say dreaming during the night is like looking at your life goals and seeing where you're at in that place right now, and it's your subconscious telling you that, you know. That's why you like see an ex sometimes whenever you're going through a rough patch with a girlfriend, or not even with a girlfriend, a rough patch. Maybe you're in a dry spell, whatever it is, dude. Like something will show you something and you'll be like, dang, I really want to text this person or whatever it is, or man, I really don't want to be back in that relationship. Like whatever that dream you interpreted it as, like, you know what it is in your own subconscious, and when you wake up, you have that conscious. And that's why I feel like daydreaming is just like dreaming at night, but not the same, obviously, because you're still conscious while doing it. So it's a different part of the brain that's activated, I feel like.
I have a question to ask.
What's the question?
I need your undivided attention. Now I need you guys to close your eyes. Okay? Fans, you can do this too. You guys can close your eyes if you want to too. Now I want you to take a deep breath. In through your nose and out through your mouth. And if you're lying, it's going to be shown on this video, so you better watch out.
I took my deep breath. I took my deep breath, bro. Gosh.
Okay. Now, I'm going to ask, what is the weirdest dream you've ever had? Each of you guys, I want both of your responses on this one.
What kind of weird are we looking at? Like,
hey, what is weird to you? Perception makes reality. You tell me.
Now I really do have to
dream
close
you've
my eyes
ever
for
had.
this one. Shit. I don't know, man.
I think, I'll tell you guys mine, and maybe that will help you guys think of it. So I actually brought it up a little bit briefly earlier. So I remember falling in this dream. I went to sleep and I was just falling through the sky. Say this is weird just for wacky weird. And I just kind of fall through the sky and I'm like, I'm falling. I'm probably going to die right now. There is nothing breaking my fall. And somebody from my high school, somebody I used to be friends with, rides up on a broomstick. And they're like, here, take this magic football. You can ride this football. And so I hop on this football. Don't know how it fits, but it works, you know, I guess. I mean, I don't like do anything crazy. I just ride it like a horse saddle, you know. And then we just fucking fly in the forest. We're just flying over the forest. I'm riding on this football, going, you know, Mach 10
do you remember when you woke
speeds
up
with
from
this
that?
broomstick lady
Mine
over
was
here,
actually
you know?
Sorry.
So yeah, I would say that was
Go
probably
ahead.
the weirdest dream I've ever had on like terms of wackiness. So
My dream was actually, I had a weird falling one too. So I was on the skyscraper, but the skyscraper was actually like a mattress. It was my bed. So I'm laying on this skyscraper of a bed, and I don't know if something drops or falls off, but I reach over to get it, and I'm like, oh, hold on a second. And I think I ended up falling off too. But the worst part about it was I was at school and I was at my desk. So like when I fell, I'm like jumping around in my seat, and I wake up and like everybody's just there. I'm like, oh, why at school do I have to have dreams like this?
oh, did you ever get the dreams where you wet yourself?
Oh, bro, peeing in a dream?
Or is that just-
No, bro, you pee in a dream.
Bro,
You
it's-
pee. You think you're outside peeing in a dream, or you think you're using the bathroom in a dream and you're actually wetting yourself, bro?
Yes.
That is the worst,
No,
bro.
you
I'm like, bro, I
You
swear
ever-
to you, I was in a, like, I swear to you, it was real life, and I was actually
You'd
using
be like,
the bathroom.
and it literally be the best bathroom break of your like existence, of your entire existence. Be in this dream,
Right.
And you're like, yo, bro, this is the most relaxing I've felt in I don't know how long. This is so good right now. This is
And
what
then
I
it's
needed.
over with,
and
bro.
then you wake up. Then you wake up and you're like, this is disgusting.
Facts.
What has just happened?
What just happened to me,
No,
bro?
man.
Bro, you wake up so
Why?
pissed, bro. You wake up so pissed, bro.
Pun intended, no pun intended. I don't even know, but shit, I be pissed off too. They be pissing, I be pissing. You feel
Be
me?
pissing, not be pissing.
Yeah, no. I thought you.
I
At first, I
actually
thought you were
have
talking about them fucking
Chase.
wet dreams, bro. You know, fucking shout out J. Cole. You know, Fucking.
Nah,
bro. My fucking weirdest dream, bro.
Chase, is that what you consider?
Nah, wait, what?
Keep going. What you talking about?
Oh, a wet
Yeah.
dream. Do you know what a
What's
wet
going
dream
on?
is?
No, well, no, your weirdest dream. You were going into your weirdest dream.
Oh, okay. We don't.
That's actually in my notes,
No,
but-
that one's fucked. But yeah. No, fucking. The weirdest dream I had is just like fucking literally eating bowl of cereal like normal, and then one like it just fucking bite my fucking tongue like in half, bro. Have you ever like had something like that? Like I've had a couple different ones. Like it's
goodness.
weird like with
I
my
have
fucking mouth
not.
shit.
That is intense.
No, like see, no. Listen.
I've had
That's the thing.
dreams
That's the thing.
I've had
Listen,
dreams with
that's the thing though.
snakes.
Like you don't feel any pain. It's literally just like it just like happened. Like I was just like I was just crunching on fucking like I don't even know. It was like Reese's Puffs or something. I just remember there being pebbles, so like it was hard to chew, and that was my main thing when I had like retainers or whatever it was. This was like when I was younger, so. And like I was just like eating away and fucking watching some random YouTube, bro, and fucking chomped down straight on my fucking tongue, and like I swallowed it with the Reese's Puffs, bro. Like fucking
Oh, no.
yeah, no, the shit was fucked, bro. This shit was fucked, bro. I just vividly remember that shit, and I was like I ran to my mom who was like sleeping, and I was trying to wake her up, but I couldn't talk. Like this shit was fucked, bro. It was like a nightmare, but like it was also like what, like it was funny to me. I don't know.
That's worse than a paralysis demon. Eating your tongue and like
bro.
eating it, like that is worse than a paralysis demon.
I'll take that over fucking paralysis demon any. Nah, bro.
Bro, I had a paralysis demon dream when I was a kid, bro. Like I was awake, bro, but I couldn't move, and like there was these stick figure doctors operating on me. And I was awake and I couldn't move, and this was as a kid, and I'm like, what is going on to where there's stick figure doctors?
Wait, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So when there were stick figure doctors, was there like almost like a dentist chair from like the 1970s, like that you were
Bro,
strapped
yes,
up in?
I was
Like, so you
strapped
couldn't
up.
move?
I was strapped up and I couldn't move, bro.
Okay, I've had a dream like that. That's
Yeah,
weird.
bro, like that was like but it was as a kid, bro.
Dude.
So like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
mine
no,
was as a
I
kid
had a-
too.
that's they got us both, bro. The paralysis we got taken on by the same paralysis demon, bro.
Well, no, mine was a little bit different.
bro.
Mine was you say stick figures. I didn't see stick figures. I saw it was like I was kidnapped by almost like Men in Black. It starts as I'm home alone. My parents are on a date, and I'm just like, there's a knock on the door, and it's these two Men in Black, scary looking dudes, but they're like FBI looking agents. You know, like very stereotypical CIA, FBI, NSA, like government looking guys. And then so they're like, are you? They say my full name to me, which I'm like, yeah, that's me, you know. And I'm like, why do you need me right now? Because I'm a kid, keep in mind. And so yeah, they're like trying to get me. I'm trying to like get my parents to like, or have them wait till my parents are there, and then they just like put a syringe in me to knock me out, put me in the back of this vehicle, and drive. It's like they drive, I don't even know where to, but it's like I wake up and it's like this, it looks like a brick asylum on the outside, but the inside is like nice, refurbished. It has plants, it has a whole interior, a dining hall, and it's mainly children that live there. But there's some adults, but mainly children. And there's like guards, there's maglock. Keep in mind I was a child thinking about these, and there's maglock security doors for like supermax prisons that you see today. Those were the doors that people would like, that's their dorm room, so they couldn't escape. And like it would be a nice room, but you just couldn't escape. And people would get tested on with what I think is what happened in the dream, and then most people would die, but it was like 0.1%, 0.01% would make it through the testing process.
Oh wow!
Whatever that
So you
would
got
be.
government experimented on in a dream.
Yeah, it was weird.
All right, I actually have a couple.
But continue.
I have a couple weird dreams that I found on Reddit.
Oh shit.
The first one is
Okay.
I dreamt I was a reporter chasing a story on the AIDS virus. I was alone on some deserted boardwalk when a woman suddenly approached me and she said, "Here's your story," and tried stabbing me with the syringe, kind of like yours. We fought and struggled, and I woke up punching my wall in a cold sweat. That was just one, and then there was another one that was the first night we got his pet cat when she was a little girl. Pardon. She dreamt for 2 nights that she would stop at nothing to kill her. She even killed her mother in one of the dreams. That is tragic. How does a cat do that? There were no gory details,
Right.
thank goodness, she says. But she vividly remembered the cat sitting on her mother's corpse saying, "Mother is no help to you now." I really loved this cat at the time, so she's not sure where that dream came from. But cats are very paranormal, bro. Like, black cats are said to be like 9 ether cats, and they can see in 9 different dimensions.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what my
dang.
fucking
Yeah, they could travel throughout 9 different
my hoe ass
dimensions.
black constantly meowing as we called it. She was like meowing, but like it sounded like moaning. It was creepy and annoying, but creepy mostly.
So Chase, you wanna explain to us, for the people that don't know, what dreams are?
Why did we jump
Because
to
it
that
seems
topics
like
all of
you
a
see
sudden?
you're talking about moaning. You're talking about moaning over here. I wanted to see if you wanted to
No, I was
explain,
talking about
what
my
these,
black cat
what
who was
dreams are.
always talking to fucking spirits and shit, trying to like be like, "Hey, what's up? What you guys doing?" Oh my god, bro. Had the absolute worst breakdowns of my life in there, bro. By myself, like. But yeah, no, I'll talk about wet dreams. Wet dreams, they're different. They're different, obviously. They don't mean shit.
You don't think so?
No, fuck no, they don't.
You don't think so?
Unless you're
I've
with
only
your.
had one.
You've only had one. You're lying.
I've only had one.
he
lying
said
sack of
he
shit.
said you're lying.
You're a
he said
lying sack
you
of
don't.
shit.
He said you don't know about.
Okay, don't
what is-
discredit everything Trent said because he said that.
Nah, but hey,
Okay.
don't get me wrong. Mine was lit, but the thing is, I've never really had a wet dream in that instance. But mine was still lit. What I remember, like it was.
You don't remember every
It was
wet
intense.
dream. That's the thing.
It was intense.
It's just like.
We're,
Oh, I mean.
maybe.
I'm telling you, when you feel a little extra sweaty down there, when you wake up in the morning and feel a little extra sweaty down there, and your armpits aren't as sweaty as down there is, bro.
that's when you know. That's when you
Okay.
know something's up.
Bro been having some interesting dreams. I'm out here having interesting dreams of me getting syringed and put in crazy people places and trying to escape government agencies, and you just living the time of your life in your dreams. I
Drowned
only
by
have
the
one
person
of
I
those.
loved in my
Yeah,
dreams.
yeah,
That's the fucking
yeah.
dreams that I have, bro. The wet dreams was before I hit puberty. Like,
Oh man.
I know your ass had more.
Fair,
You
fair.
thought you pissed your pants, but it really wasn't that
Right.
deep.
It really wasn't that deep. All right, to get us back on track.
How?
To get us back on track.
Hold on. How?
Pardon. To get us.
How long do you?
Go ahead, Trent.
Okay, I just want to ask, how long do you guys think nightmares?
Oh, dude, so many people actually record their paralysis dreams. Did you know that? The science started doing it.
But how long do you think it's been in history? Like, when do you think was like, some of the first
Bro,
people
it was
having
said that the Nephilims had nightmares. Like, that God gave them nightmares about their own demise, and they weren't accepting it, but he just kept giving them nightmares and nightmares about what was to come for them.
Right.
So I think
Well, I will say-
nightmares are before we can even record.
That's a good idea.
No, I agree
what
with
about you,
that, bro.
Chase?
I agree with that. Like X said, bro,
Okay.
it's a different plane of
So-
existence.
I will say that around 21,000 BC, so it's a really long time ago. Just to put in perspective,
1,000 years before Christ.
that is pretty early beginning of history. But an Egyptian man named Henny wrote a letter to his father asking help with his nightmares. And then in the Oxford English Dictionary, the first use of the actual word nightmare, where that the English term was used in the 1300s, and it was referenced as a female spirit or monster supposed to settle on and produce a feeling of suffocation in a sleeping person or animal.
Interesting.
where the
Interesting.
term
That's a
came from.
fucked up term. Why would it have to come from a woman?
Well, you have to think around that time what was going on. We talk about witches and witchcraft. People are being afraid of things they don't understand. So, but it's a female spirit or a monster.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I think that leaves room for more. Because the female spirit is going to reference one that globally people have had that's called the old hag. And it's this dream of this woman coming through a window and usually sitting on a person's chest. And that's not always fun for people. So that's where that came from, actually. That's a very old thing that still persists today.
All right, so with that, and then what we were talking about, what do you think that dreams tell us about, like, our mental state, like where we're at mentally? What do you think dreams tell us?
I think dreams tell us that really, if you're vulnerable in certain states, and you might not even realize you are vulnerable, but I think it's your way of your brain saying, hey, put awareness on this. Hey, you need to think about this. You need to expand your mind. Something's going down, and you need to be aware.
Yeah.
So I think that's what happens. When it comes to like the random to the night terrors, I think there's also things on this earth that are yet to be fully explained in terms of energy, and
Of course, dude.
that the unknown science that is yet to be discovered might hold some answers into the unconscious mind, especially that REM cycle.
Okay, so what Google was pretty much saying,
What do you guys think?
what Google was pretty much saying was our mental state has a significant influence on our dreams. Stressful situations or anxiety might lead to unsettling dreams or even nightmares, while periods of happiness and relaxation may result in more pleasant dreams and experiences. So the happier you are, the more relaxed you are, the more you're likely to have pleasant dreams, and same vice versa.
And how happy are we when we're working this fucking 9 to 5 every single day, stressing about our job for no reason? It's fucked, man.
And that is a good question. It leads to dreams about serving and not getting your things right. That's what it leads to.
And then like it just starts you off with a bad mindset on the day. I mean, that's why. I mean, how many adults have problems with nightmares, bro?
And maybe
Like-
your dreams are cycling through the energies of life, you know? Like, each person doesn't have a face attached to them, but you can't create a face. So, shout out to my girl, Persephone. She'd be studying psychology. She knows a decent amount about this stuff, but I think it's interesting because if you can't have the faces, like new faces, you can't make up things type stuff is what that was. on a facial level. You're recycling energies from the real world, and then maybe that has bleeding effects, is what I'm theorizing.
Well,
Yeah.
it says about 2 to 8% of adults have problems with nightmares. Frequently, nightmares are more common with children than adults. So, working cannot be like the end all be all to nightmares and
Nah,
having
bro.
bad
It's
dreams
a psychological
because
thing.
children have them more than adults.
So,
I feel like children.
So yeah, I mean, like whenever we created a society where we were fucking pumping OxyContin into people, and like for whatever it was, just like to sell medication, like in what was that, the 40s, 50s, maybe 30, I don't even know when it was, but like dude, that develops something in the brain for a woman, for a man. So when you start making kids, bro, those kids end up getting those symptoms of whatever the fuck they were getting pumped with, man. And I mean, like, it's as simple as that, bro. It starts from there. And that's why now as kids, like, we can't see as that far into the past without going crazy, I feel like. I mean, like, that's why we have so many books, so we can read up on our history. But, like, you know, there's a lot to delve into that, man. I mean, like, why do so many kids feel like they have ADHD now because of crack cocaine and everything being stirred into the pot? Like,
Well, Kurt, what causes nightmares? What are some of like the actual educational things that would you say causes nightmares that you? I know you did some research
Well,
on this one, so I want to give you.
Chase is actually right. New drugs prescribed, even from healthcare providers, can cause nightmares. Abrupt alcohol withdrawals can cause nightmares, or even drinking too much alcohol can cause you nightmares. Eating before going to bed can cause nightmares. Illegal street drug usage, nightmares. Illness with fevers. Yeah. That gas, that ganja can cause you some nightmares, guys. Over-the-counter sleep aid, medicine, also stopping certain drugs such as sleeping pills or opioid pain pills. What are common symbols of dreams?
So actually, with that, I want to ask that. What are common symbols in dreams? But I want to ask the fans and you guys. I'm going to do a twist on this. What are common symbols in your dreams?
interesting.
I'll tell you, one of mine is a tree. I see a tree a lot in my dreams. One big giant oak tree.
What do you think that means? What do you think it means?
I don't fully know sometimes. I still look into that a little bit. My best guess on that is a lot of spiritualities talk about a giant tree, and the tree has knowledge or good and evil in it attached to it. So I think it has to reference, because I'm a very spiritual person, I'm a very esoteric, I'm a very knowledge-seeking person. So I think my brain subconsciously would have led me to that. And I think that is a common symbol. Just like one thing I also see is conflict in my dreams. My life is strife with conflict, constantly I'm conflicting myself to find ways to better myself. Not negatively, I'm not trying to trash myself and put myself down. I'm also not trying to make myself greater than anyone. I'm just challenging myself to better myself. So it's just like a hard competition work set from my competitive environment that I've been raised in. So I see conflict a lot. I see these trees. I see trying to protect people. I naturally, in my life, I seek to protect those I care about around me and try to find ways to control that. So I think that's also where you have some of those strength aspects played out. So I think what about you guys? What are some symbols that you guys see?
My wife has become a symbol in my dream. Like, I'm starting to realize that more and more the more I have dreams about her. She's been coming, like, it's like, and since she's my other half, I see problems within my dreams, like, with her that reflect to my life today, and things that I should maybe be working on or getting better at. So I see that a lot.
Right.
What about you, Chase?
Any others, Kurt?
Well, I have a reoccurring
No, not
one.
really, other than like the water.
So
Yeah, the water.
I don't know if any
That
of
can
the
be
viewers.
a decent one because
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. That's my fault.
no, you're all good. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I don't know if any like viewers or anybody listeners can relate, if you guys can relate, but like I have a common reoccurring thing where it's right before I actually fall asleep. I mean, for me, what it is like I'm literally, if I'm staying at someone's house or even if I'm at home, it just depends. Like I'll either be coming back home to like my parents' house, or I'll be going out to somewhere, but it'll be on the same exact road every single time, bro. And I'm like tired because it's late night. I don't even know what time it is, but like I'm just tired, and I do this all the time because I'm usually either coming home late or leaving late. So like I'm just like dozing off in my sleep, and I'm just like stressing about where I'm got to go, and I fall asleep, bro, and I veer off, but like in my head I'm like closed-eyed, right? Because I dozed off in my dream that I'm driving. And I like try to open my eyes to see where I'm going off into, like, am I going in the ditch or am I going in the ravine? And when I open my eyes, I'm fucking re-awake. Like, it's usually like only 5 to 15 minutes, maybe even 20 minutes. But like, it takes a long time for me to sleep usually. But like, I'll start going instantly into like an imagination dream or daydream, whatever it is, and then instantly it just wakes me up, bro. I don't know if anybody has like things like that. A usual common occurrence, but
What about dreams within dreams?
that's interesting. I don't remember
Yeah.
that. I don't remember having one of those yet.
I had a nightmare. I had a nightmare within a nightmare. That was pretty messed up. Let me tell you. It was like I was on this street and I was running down this street. And it was like that orangish glow from those lampshades, from those lights outside on the streets, you know what I mean? So it's like that dim orange. And it's like everything's dim around me, and I'm walking down like my hometown. I'm running down just like a street of my hometown.
Right.
And there's this like shadowy thing, like kind of like behind me, kind of hobbling after me. Not like super fast, but like I'm a kid, so it's like still really freaky. And it's still like kind of fast, but not enough to get me. And then so I wake up I think I wake up and I'm like breathing really heavy, and I'm like, whoo, you know what I mean? Like it was just a dream. It's over. You know what I mean? And as soon as it came like that, it bursts out the closet, sprinting at me full speed, and then I wake up.
Oh no.
I had to reenact that fight or flight.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so dreams and nightmares are something that I've had really deep experiences. Honestly, if we really wanted to talk about this, I could talk about all this stuff.
Well,
What was Chase?
I kind of have a
9
question
hours.
for you there. How do you interpret your own dreams?
What? So I interpret my dreams based on what I'm seeing within them. I'm looking for key perspectives. I'm trying to think outside of just like, oh, that's crazy. Because I've spent so much time in nightmares and dreams both that as a child, I was an only child and I spent a lot of time alone. So I used to have nightmares at first because I was afraid of certain things. My mother was an immigrant, so she had some stories, and it made me afraid of the world a little bit. Not anything too bad, but just like made me know that there was not good things out there. And so when I was alone in the darkness and I'd try to close my eyes, I would hear creaking. Like I'd hear it sound like the stairs creaking, and I'd always just hear everything. And from there, it would just like, I would get vibrational feelings. And so I'd go to sleep and I'd have really bad dreams sometimes those nights. And So I had to learn to make myself have good dreams. I had to learn how to completely not think about it. And like how to completely think about
So you can
something
control your
else.
dream?
Essentially detaching from the negative environment and not playing into it, not even giving it any brain power. Even though if it's existed and it's caused trauma, all you can do is think of something better. So I was like, anything else but that. And I would dream of all these
So
different
you started
places.
learning how to lucid dream?
But then it would like bleed
Essentially?
through the dreams. But as I've learned how to dream over time, things aren't as scary. Things are more manageable because the way I interpret the dreams through escaping the negativity of the... When you're first getting into your dream worlds, there's a lot of negativity around you, more than you'll think. And the goal is to keep your peace and remove it.
If you have a...
Don't focus on it as a child.
If you have a
That's why
lucid
children
dream,
have more nightmares.
how do you
because
control it
children
from
can't
not
filter
being a
things.
nightmare? If you have a lucid dream. Have you ever had a lucid dream before? A true lucid dream?
Well, yes, but can you change... What about changing a nightmare into a dream? Or breaking the nightmare's boundaries and rules?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, like,
It's
no,
fine.
you can do that. Like, I've done that before where I was dreaming and then I was like, but they kick you out. They lash out at you. Like, I would get to a point.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
I
they
would
kick
get
you
to a
out.
point to where, like, I would be dreaming and I knew I would be, like, tested in my dream. And then I'd look at them and I'd be like, yo, this is not real.
Yep.
All of this isn't real. And they get mad at you. They like immediately unleash at you and they're like, yo, this guy has to go. He just broke all the rules.
Yeah, or like, Kurt, have you ever had dreams where like you're put in these areas where it's like people are supposed to kill each other because of this negative energy that you've experienced that you know, but because of your foresight and insight of that, you're able to unify more people to survive over time through your dreams, as opposed to just surviving by yourself in your dreams. Are you able to now help other people survive from those things in those dreams?
I feel like that comes with the territory of just being bigger than your dream itself. That's like at a level as to where you yourself are bigger than the dream.
Have you ever had such a bad dream that you needed to go back into the dream to fix it?
Oh yeah, all the time. All the time I have dreams and I'm like, oh, I need to go. And sometimes I've actually been able to get there and go back.
Yep, I agree. Sometimes that can happen. Do you guys ever keep a dream journal? And if so, do you ever have a purpose for the dream journal? Like, what's your intention behind it? Okay, so tell me about that, Chase. What do you have about that?
But that's what it's usually for. So you can remember your dreams better.
Okay, so what do you think about it? What's your thought process on this?
Well, you can do it however you want. That's the point of a dream journal. Like, what do you mean the process though? Like, because when you say process, I mean like how do you start it?
Like what do you think?
It just,
what do you think
I mean,
that looks
the
like?
way.
What do you think? Yeah, because I've done it.
Yeah,
briefly.
I tried once. I'm not an artistic person, so I want to draw out my dreams, but I can't. So like, okay, let me try to write out each. Let me try to write out the dreams.
That's an interesting idea.
Sentence by sentence, word by word. But nah, I can't do that either because usually it'll be like only 3 words that I have to spit out for it because it took too long to go to my journal. And that's why I quit my journal. But no, the way I see it, because like I've seen like images of like, again, I did another YouTube deep study, and they're opening their journal, and it was like just all these images. Like it was almost like a if you ever seen oh my goodness, I just lost what the word is. Basically, whenever you draw out scenes for like if you're gonna film even a music video, you'll draw out on squares on a 2D paper each scene that you're wanting to plan out and which scene's going to be the, or which part's going to be like the great, like what you want to see in this scene, and Man, I cannot believe I'm blanking on that fucking
Yeah.
word right now. I took film. Anyway, storyboard.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, thank you. Basically, that's what it
Okay.
looks like on
Okay, a
their dream
storyboard.
journal.
Gotcha.
It's a storyboard of their dream, dude. So you can look back at that and each time just be like, oh yeah, that happened, and you fill in the blanks with your own brain. And once you start making better connections like that with your own dreams, dude, you start to do that in the world. That's where people see it. But like in that's why you start lucid dreaming, so you can control whichever dreams you're having, you know. I also smoke.
Okay. So, what do you guys think daydreaming?
Yeah, no,
is a
see,
form
I
of
was talking about that
meditation?
earlier. It is. I feel like it's very close to dreaming, but obviously not the same because REM sleep is it's a faster activation, I would say,
Okay.
in your brain. While
Yeah.
you know, just daydreaming, imagining like while you're sitting at a desk somewhere, like fucking while I was in my cubicle, dude, selling vacation packages, in between every 30 seconds, every whatever, however long it was between each auto call that it was on, dude, hypnotizing me for the next call so I could say my lines. Every time I was daydreaming, dude, I was like, dude, I'm gonna go home, do this, or dude, when I go home, I want to do this with my dog, or I wanna do this today because like Riley's off or whoever, dude, like daydreaming is a big deal because it starts to set those Lego blocks, you know, those steps in place that you want to go, like which path do you want to take today, because it's an everyday thing. You don't realize it because if you realize what you're doing every day, you would realize that your neurons are just firing enough to make your muscles spasm just the right ways to keep you standing up today, you know, like so
Oh, so LSDG.
No, you're good.
I don't mean to cut you off, but we're kind of hitting that point where we probably need to wrap it up for today. So where can we find you, and what are you doing? What's your interests, and tell me a bit about yourself and kind of
And
just let
your
us know.
and
Let
even
the
your
fans know
relationship,
who
and
are you,
even
Ellis.
your relationship to RTR in itself.
Well, of course, LSDZ, you know, just started making music recently, of course. Been with these guys for a while, went to college together. You know how deep this runs. Follow the white rabbit. But main thing is you know, I'm trying to be maybe an artist, maybe just a producer, maybe both, maybe a businessman within this, you know, empire that we're building. But main thing is family member, because that's what always drives me. Like I said from the beginning, man. But yeah, you can find me on Instagram, LSDZ _ RTR.
LSDZ_RTR. I got you. Do you have you made any music recently?
I need to throw some more up on the SoundCloud. The EP is coming out soon.
I know we do have
yeah.
Trio knows it.
Oh, did you
Trio
say Trio?
knows
Okay,
it.
I wasn't
It's
sure if
going
I was
to be
able to
dropping
say it. I
the
wasn't sure if
12th.
I was able to say it. All right.
Yeah, Trio Knows In is dropping the 12th, and that is with all three of us. Me, myself, Trent, and LSDZ.
Yeah,
Also, all three of us are on that song.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely, that will be exciting. So, Kurt, you want to kind of, I just want to also thank the fans real quick for listening in. You guys are great. You guys are awesome for really showing the support. Don't care if it's one person, 10 people, a million people. It doesn't matter. We're all on this journey of self-growth together, and I'm just really glad that you guys are, you know, part of this and that are willing to listen to it, and I appreciate that. And I want to give a big shout out to the fans before we hop off this episode. For Kurt, if you want to give off the social medias real quick and then tell anybody any new announcements. I think
We have music dropping, so our music dropping currently is every Friday, so stay tuned for that. You can look at our music at RoundTableRejects on all platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, you name it. So stay tuned for that. You can also follow our Instagram where we post daily. at dreamchaserzrtr. And once again, thank you so much for tuning in and listening. Yeah, it was a good one. Remember, stay focused on your dreams, not the nightmares. And
Absolutely.
that's about it. You can reach us on all different platforms from the Instagram. It has a link to all of our other different platforms, and then also there are links in the description below. So check that out. Now,
Can I say one thing real quick that I kind of made a connection with, dude? Those nightmares,
Yeah, what's
nightmares,
up?
man. When you're having those nightmares, it's scary for a reason, because it's showing you what you're already going through. You know, it's showing you that rut that you're going through day to day, bro. But those dreams, those great dreams, like Trent was saying on that football, bro, just going, bro. Those are good dreams because it's showing you a path that you can't quite see yet. Like when you look down at train tracks, they intersect. But as you keep going, bro, they stay parallel. They stay the way that they are. And you always move on a different path. It always ends up going a different way. Stay on those dreams, bro. But anyway, sorry. I wanted to say that one thing because that was a
Chaser,
connection. Oh, yeah.
I wanted to make sure your message was getting across.
It was crisp on the
smoothly
mic.
for everybody. Okay. Awesome. All right. Well, I hope everyone has a wonderful day.
Hell yeah.
bro, Ronnie just texted me. Ronnie
way.
just texted me. He said he just woke up.
Shout
Shout out Ronnie. Shout out Ronnie.
Shout out to Ronnie. We'll have to get Ronnie on another episode soon, so stay tuned for that. Ronnie, he's one of our friends. He's definitely. You're probably gonna see Ronnie blowing up on streaming soon, so watch out for that. He's gonna definitely think about doing that. I know that you ever want to play games with Ronnie be playing 2K. Ronnie loves those sports games. Ronnie loves GTA. Yeah, Ronnie's a fun dude. It'll be exciting to have Ronnie on our next episode.
All right.